The After the Affair podcast with me, Luke Shillings, is here to help you process, decide, and move forward on purpose following infidelity. Together, we'll explore what's required to rebuild trust not only in yourself, but also with others. Whether you stay or leave, I can help. And no matter what your story, there will be something here for you. Let's go. Hey, welcome back. You're listening to the After the Affair podcast. I'm your host, Luke Shillings, and this is episode number 143. There was a time when you thought, perhaps, that you couldn't breathe without crying. When getting out of bed felt impossible. When the words, "I'll never be the same," weren't said with hope. They were said with heartbreak. And maybe you were right. You won't be the same. But what if that isn't something to mourn? What if that's something to build on? When betrayal hits, it feels like the end of your story. The moment the book closes, the chapter you never wanted, the plot twist you didn't ask for. But here's what I'd like to offer. Rock bottom isn't the end. It's the ground you rebuild from. When everything is stripped away, the assumptions, the roles, the future you thought you were building, you're left with something surprisingly pure, free, like a blank canvas. The truth of where you are. And as hard as that is, it's also really powerful. Because once you see the truth, you get to build with intention. You're no longer layering your life over illusions. You're laying brick on bedrock, one by one. This is, for the psychologist in the room, what we call post-traumatic growth. It doesn't happen for everyone, but it definitely can happen for you. People who've walked through betrayal don't just survive. Many of them rise, not by erasing what happened, but by choosing to rise because of what happened. It's strange to talk about gifts in the same breath as betrayal, but I've seen them time and time again. Here are just a few. Emotional resilience. You learn to sit in discomfort without needing to escape it. You stop fearing sadness or anger or even loneliness. For me, anxiety. Because you've already sat with it so much. You've survived it. You've become accustomed to it. You've become comfortable with it. It no longer has the power it once had. You get to build deeper self-trust. You become someone who listens to your own instincts, who no longer silences that inner voice to keep the peace. You stop asking, "Am I too much?" And instead you ask, "Is this enough for me?" You also get to reevaluate your values. So many people that I work with say, "I finally know what matters to me." Not what looked good on paper, but what was expected, what now feels true. Values are the compass for which we can live our lives by. And for many of us, even checking in with what our values are, the things that are important to us, is not something that we've, probably ever done. So going through this process offers so much clarity about who you are as an individual. You also get to have higher standards. Instead of tolerating emotional breadcrumbs, you set clear boundaries, not to control others, but to honour yourself. This journey may have started with betrayal, but where it leads, that's your part to write. Here's one of the most important things I can tell you. You didn't choose the betrayal, but you do get to choose your healing. You get to choose your pace, your priorities, your story. Even if the relationship ends or never recovers, you are not powerless. You're not waiting on someone else to do the right thing, so you can feel okay. You're choosing the kind of life that you want to build from here. And you don't have to do it all at once. You don't need a 5-year plan. Sometimes the most powerful choice is just deciding, I'm going to take care of myself today. I'm going to listen to what I need without guilt. I'm going to believe that healing is possible for me, even if and when it's hard. That's how healing happens, not in grand declarations, but in small, quiet revolutions of choice. I've seen it. Not once, not occasionally, but consistently. Clients and listeners to this podcast who once said, I'll never get through this, are now saying, I'm proud of who I've become. Some are still with their partners and feel more emotionally connected than ever before, not because they went back to how things were, but because they built something new. Others chose to walk away, and in that choice, they found peace. They found power. They found themselves. They travelled, started new businesses, reconnected with family members and their children. They found love again. Not always romantic love, but a love of life. You don't have to believe the whole story yet. You just get to know this. Your future isn't over. It's unwritten. It's okay to want more than just survival. It's okay to want to laugh again, to feel pleasure again, to trust again. Even if you're not there yet. Even if part of you is scared it'll never come. You don't have to force healing, but you do have permission to hope. To want a life that feels rich and true and yours. This isn't about forgetting what happened, or excusing it, or saying it didn't hurt. It's about reclaiming your right to live fully, despite it. Recovery isn't just about putting the pieces back together. It's about deciding which pieces are worth keeping, and what new pieces you want to create. You are not broken. You are becoming. So let me leave you with this. What's one thing, one quality, one insight, one moment that you've noticed in yourself since the betrayal? Even if it's subtle, even if it's just, I've started to feel again. Let that be your thread of hope. Follow it. I promise you it will take you somewhere worth going. If you found this or any other episode of the After the Affair podcast helpful, then please let me know. Like and subscribe or follow or comment on your respective podcast platform app. It makes all the difference, and it really ensures that it gets to people who need it most, just like you. So thank you for being here, and I'll speak to you all next week. Take care.